No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm sorry if you're not down for this fight and you're one of these, Republicans ready to surrender this fight already, then you are not one of our Republicans. Please beat it, exit quietly, and don't let the door hit you in the arse on the way out. This is time to fight. This race is not over. I'm not willing to concede it's over. And if you are, which most of you in my audience are, and even Ben, who email me back saying, you're right, Dan, it's time to drop the diapers and get back in the fight. Thank you, Ben. I told you. You want to give up? Go ahead. I'm not. Thank you. Folks, this happened to me. The left steals elections all the time. It happened to me directly. When I ran for Congress in Maryland District 6, we won the race on Election Day. We were up by an enormous number of votes, relatively speaking. We found out the next day that a bunch of absentee counts had come in and we were losing them dramatically. And all of a sudden, somehow I was losing the race. The race got called about 4 or 5 days later. Of course, we wound up losing that race. But what was fascinating is we only lost by a couple thousand votes. And what was really, Joe remembers this really well. What was really interesting about that race, which we, by the way, the polls said we were down 20 to 25. So you can throw polls out the window too. Would have been the biggest congressional upset in the country. Is we found out later that even though we lost by 2,000 votes, upwards of 10,000 plus people voted in that election who told the jury duty folks when they were scheduled for jury duty that they weren't citizens. Wow, that's weird because only citizens can vote. Listen, it's over. I lost, whatever. I moved on. But you know what? I regret not fighting that now. I do. Paula said to me this morning, tell that story because it's one of the great regrets of my life. You know, we decided to play nice and play cutesy and, we don't want to sound like sour grapes and, we'll live to fight another day. Nah, I regret that now. And I'm not going to make that same mistake twice with the president's election. And either is the president of the United States. If we lose this race fair and square with every legal vote, then that's fine. I will not be donning a pink hat, burning down a building, and beating the living crap out of my neighbors. I'm not a leftist. I will go to work the next day like many of you, and we'll fight for the midterms and in 2024. Got it? We're not leftist lunatics. But until you can show me we actually lost this race, the fight goes on right now. And if you're not down for that fight, exit stage left, and please don't talk to anybody else on the way out because I don't want your weakness to infect anyone else. Not lecturing you, my audience, folks. You all are great, but there are some people out there already ready to give this up. So as my awesome grandmother, God rest her soul, Eileen Sadler used to say, hold your horses, Daniel, hold your horses. Arizona is back. I was a little down on Arizona yesterday, not you Republicans out there who voted, but the Arizonans, Cindy McCain and others who screwed us up in the state. And we'll leave that for another day. This race shouldn't even be close, but it is in Arizona. Arizona's back. Look at this Arizona Central article. Ladies and gentlemen, a major tranche of votes came in last night. In latest batch, Trump gets share of votes he would need to reclaim Arizona. How's that possible? Fox News already called out their decision desk. Weird, isn't it? But next rounds of ballots present new challenges. Folks, Arizona is still in play. I don't care who, why, or when Arizona was, quote, called. I'm uncalling Arizona, and I don't care where you work or what you said or who called it. This race is still in play, and anyone telling you otherwise is lying to you. Is the path likely for President Trump to win Arizona? Probably not. Is it possible? Is it highly unlikely? No. Is it possible? Yes, it is. Let's look at the screenshot from the Arizona Central. Where's the dog? Where is she? She's roaming around. What's she doing here? Okay. All right. I know. But the dog, she's roaming around. She's going to eat one of my feet or something like that. The dog chews on everything, including toes. Arizona Central article. Trump won the batches of ballots from Maricopa County counted Wednesday and early Thursday by a roughly 57-40 margin over former Vice President Biden. Those votes, likely early ballots sent to the county on Monday and Tuesday, narrowed Biden's lead over Trump in Arizona to 68,000 votes, when his lead had been more than 90,000 votes earlier Wednesday. Here we go. Listen. Paul Bentz, a Republican pollster with the consulting firm High Ground, said Trump needs to win 57.6 of the 470,000 votes that the Arizona Republic estimates remain to be counted. Quote, that's almost exactly what he got in the first batch, Bentz said. He could do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the gap is closing. Now, to be clear, because we're not going to do Pollyanna stuff, we're not going to give you unrealistic estimates of what happened that aren't timely. At the time of this recording, this is what's going on right now. Stuff is changing by the minute.
All right.
See, yeah, I heard you. I don't think I don't listen to what producer Joe said. We still need Pennsylvania no matter what. But you're talking about Arizona. I am. But Arizona won't matter if we lose Pennsylvania. Let me just be crystal clear on that. We need Pennsylvania no matter what. I'll get to Pennsylvania, what's going on there in a moment. Having said that, Arizona had a larger tranche of outstanding votes than we were led to believe when the decision desk at Fox called it the other day. Everybody gets why that matters as the smartest audience in the business. If you're telling me Trump is down by 400,000 votes and there's only, say, 100,000 votes outstanding, you can pretty much call the race, right? If you're telling me Trump is down by 100,000 votes and there's 400,000 votes outstanding, the dipsy-do, flipperooski, dipsy-dooski, all of a sudden we got a whole different scenario, no? No? The verdict is in. Math wins.
You just heard Dan Bongino.